Hello everybody, I'm Kevin Weathers. I'm the CEO of Messiah Pay Raise. I always refer to GBI as God's Business Incorporated. I refer to that as above it all. It also stands for ground-based interaction with people. Today's class is going to be on sight to the blind mind. Sight to the blind mind. It's biblically related to Luke 7:21. When God gave sight to the blind and healed the sick. All right, so I'm going to talk rapid, but you can always rewind or rewatch a video. So anything you don't catch the first time, you can catch it the second time around. All right, over here on the left, it's biblical. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki said more than 13 years ago, 14 now, that there was 10 million people across the globe who had eyes, but they can't see money. That number is swollen to more than 2 billion or better now. Probably bigger than that, plus. All right. Now, the problem is stemming from the fact that so many people do have eyes, but they can't see where their money's going. They're living from paycheck to paycheck. They're just one payday away from being broke. That's what I'm talking about. And that can happen to people who make money all the way as high as $400,000 or $500,000. If you spending everything that you make, you're living from paycheck to paycheck. All right, so anyway, this is a diagram of this line of sight that rich people have. The rich people, they have they have eyes here, which is these two eyes. This is conscious line of sight, which you use 90%, 95, 98% of all the time. We only use 5 or 10% of our subconscious mind, which is up here, okay? Subconscious line of sight. But the rich people do have subconscious line of sight, and they also have conscious line of sight. Okay, most poor middle class people, they only have this conscious line of sight. They can only see out their eyeballs. And that's why the rich people are picking your pockets, okay? Because most people are not trained here. They have no vision. And that's what it looks like. It's sort of like Messiah Stevie. Over here, Messiah Stevie, he has no line of sight anywhere. No line of sight. He only has vision. Stevie Wonder, for example, has to use Braille, seeing eye dog, cane, or somebody else to guide him, okay? But when it comes to belief in God, there's nobody to guide him except the Holy Spirit. And he has to decide whether that spirit was evil or whether that spirit's God. And you'll know when it's God, because all good comes from God. Bad stuff comes from the devil. That's pretty easy. Okay. So there you go. Love comes from God. Love for one another and all that kind of stuff. So that's how he figures that out. All right, so, and this type of sin, when you all you use is vision, because he can see with his mind, and he can see with his ears, just like the autonomous vehicles. They can see with the devices. You can hear a coin drop. You know what I'm saying? You can hear things from a distance. You can judge. When you have to depend on that solely for sight, you can get just like those blind bats just falling. I mean, blind bats just flying. They never fly into a wall. So there you go. We got powers that we don't even use. Okay. Or like the moth. How does a moth find the light bulbs if they can't see? All right. So let's get on with this. So what we're going to talk about today is I've got two cell phones right here. One's a little smaller version, like 4G, and this one over here is 5G. It's nicer. Both of them are blind, or one of them blind, and this one's not blind, but it's crippled because it has a defect in it where I can't use it. So it might as well be blind. If you can't see the internet with it, or if the screen continues to be black, it's the same thing as being blind-minded. See what I'm talking about? Well, that's up here. Some people live their whole life blind-minded. They can't see money. All right, so let me show you how that becomes a problem throughout your lifetime. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki talks about the cash flow, the financial statement, and the cash flow quadrant. We're just going to talk about the financial statement. In this magic carpet financial statement, the top box is your income. The bottom box is your expense. The left box right here is liabilities. I take that back. It's assets. And then your last box is liabilities. Basic financial literacy. Assets puts money in your pocket. Liabilities takes money out of your pocket. That's basic financial literacy 101. Okay? Now, the way poor middle class people earn their money, they earn it from a job. You get your income, you pay all your bills. Right here is where they get us. People accept the fact that bills are a way of life. Well, this is where they own everything we spend our money on. The rich does. The rich owns everything. They own everything we spend on. They own the car lots, the restaurants. They own the movie theaters. They own the steakhouses. They own the malls. They own McDonald's and Wendy's, Arby's, everything. They own the airports. All this is what they have in their assets column. They own everything. All businesses, just about. Rental houses, everything. The buses, the taxis, they own everything. And they even own your job. So we get our money, start paying our bills, and then we service our loans for the cars and motorcycles and doodads that Mr. Robert Kiyosaki talks about. Even your personal home. If the money comes out of your pocket at the bank, it's a liability. If it was a rental property and you was renting it out, then it would probably be putting money in your pocket. See what I'm talking about? That's the difference. All right, so we get our paycheck, pay our bills, service our debt down here, and then it goes right on out to the rich people. It goes right into their pocket. That's where it goes to.